Today we're working with a problem horse. She's been showing some serious issues. She's rearing up, she's jumping over fences, so we're gonna try to fix it. So I'm here with Eder, and he's actually a young horse trainer that wants to learn as well. So it's a really cool opportunity to show him a few things, kind of help him on his journeys. If he learns it, he can teach her every day. I'm not going to be able to be here every day, so he's going to be the key. Here in South America, we actually speak Spanish, so I'm going to speak a bit of Spanish today. Eder, ¿hace cuánto tiempo está haciendo ese macanada, podemos decir?
Por ejemplo, hace ya 6 meses ya.
6 meses ya. ¿Cómo hace? ¿Qué es lo que hace? Sí.
Cuando le estoy poniendo la montura, a veces no quiere dejar que le cincho, se busca la forma de salir, levanta la cabeza, busca. Y si le forza, para. Le gusta más hacer pararse más que toda cosa.
So he's just explained to me that the horse rears up, she does silly stuff. I'm hoping for not too much of a rodeo, but yeah, let's just get started with the basics, guys. Back to pre-K. We're taking off all of our equipment because we can pretty often fix a lot of the issues just from groundwork. Making sure the horse is respectful, listening to me. Probably better to take the saddle off just in case, because she likes to rear up. Whiskey. So this horse, guys, is actually called Whiskey, which is kind of a fun name, and she's got that kind of color. Basics here. She needs to not be scared of me and my tools, so we're just gonna throw this over her and keep her head facing me. This is very important that she learns. She can't just face somewhere else and run away and be silly. So she's gonna stay on this side of me. I wanna stay on this side of her, so she can't just be silly. And she's gonna stand still and relax. This is something she hasn't ever learned, how to stand still and relax. So she's not real scared of this, but she does need to stand still and relax. She's in pretty intense school today. This is not a field trip, this is school. We're in the classroom. See there, she's moving off again. So this is the very first thing, guys, I would do with any horse. I don't care what the problem is. Well, probably there is a problem that I wouldn't do this with, but I don't know what it is. So don't quote me on it, but pretty much no matter what, I'm going to do this first. She's got a little bit of a cut on her front leg, but it's mostly scabbed over. I'm not too worried about it. Great, so there she stood still, relaxed. So I'm gonna let her just kind of realize that she did well there. I'm gonna pet her, tell her good job. She stood still and relaxed. So she's already learned one of the biggest lessons, and I wanna desensitize her to this whip. Okay, she's getting nervous, she's running around. I don't mind if she runs around. She just can't do that where she blocks me, okay? So I can use the stick or I can use my hand to keep her on the other side of me. Because if she runs into me like that, which is exactly what she wants to do, that's no good. So if I use my hand up here, I can kind of block her from running me over. That's very important. Now, I'm only gonna tap a horse on the face in this exact situation, where she wants to run me over. She wants to jump on top of me, okay? I would nearly never do it otherwise, okay? But I'll tap it with my hand, I might tap it with the stick, because I cannot have a horse run me over. I'm not gonna survive it. Okay, they're big, strong animals. Right there, she's trying to think about it again. So I just need her to stand still and relax. It's actually pretty easy to do, she just doesn't know it yet. See right there? I was a little slow there, she could have got me there. Okay, keep going, keep going, keep going. So there, she's moving off. See how I'm always bumping her on the halter, so if she is running away, I don't mind that, but I'm gonna bump her and move her butt over, get her head a little bit more towards me. Perfect, right there's the first time she actually stood still and relaxed. It's so much better if we can use this to our advantage, where when we stop doing something, that's when they learn. So technically, whenever he's pulling to get her to go somewhere and she rears up, well, he immediately stops pulling. Obviously, it's a dangerous situation, I'm not blaming him, but in an ideal scenario, he would keep pulling until she listens, right? And then she wouldn't learn that rearing gets her out of whatever she's doing. So whenever we stop doing what we're doing, we release the pressure, we call it, right, in the horse training community. That's how the horses actually learn. And so they learn from the release of pressure, not the pressure itself. So whenever I release pressure when she's standing still relaxed, perfect, she's gonna learn something. So I'm gonna come up here, I'm gonna actually tap on her neck now until she moves off. That was perfect. Okay, I'm gonna keep her walking around, and then I'm gonna pull on her nose and whip towards her butt. Okay, that was really good. She stopped, that's what we want. She's trying to eat grass. I don't really tolerate horses eating grass when I'm training them. I know it's kind of tempting for them, but I'd rather they learn that when anything's happening with them, it's basically a, not a time to eat grass, it's a time to focus, pay attention. Okay, very good. So she stopped there very well. So we'll try this same side again. Give her a little tap to show her which way to go. So same direction. She's already trotting, which is good. And now we're gonna pull, and if she stops, we'll release the pressure, let her think about it. There we go. So she just needs to get a little bit better at that, but that's actually already pretty good. I don't know if maybe someone's done that with her before, because that was obviously much better than a horse that's never done it before would do. There, she just took a deep breath, sneezed, licking her lips. Okay, now we'll try again. Okay, she's a bit close to me. I'll tap her away. Her circles are pretty bad, like they're not round. So she obviously hadn't done this a whole lot. She's looking to the outside of the circle, which is pretty common for a more pushy kind of disrespectful horse. They're not even gonna look at you. They're gonna try to get out of the circle the whole time. Okay, and pull. See how there she just, so when I gave her a little whip on the butt, she actually just kicked out, which is not an uncommon reaction. They're like, whoa, what was that? But that's again, she's pretty stubborn, she's pretty reactive, so I'm only gonna bump on her and pull on her when she's pulling me. If there's slack in the lead rope, like that side, I'm not gonna pull at all. This side, there's a little bit of pull. Okay, here, pull and whip. See there, she, so I just don't want her to jump on top of me. But there she kicked out again, so that's just a little bit more resistance and reactiveness that she's showing there, which is very common, right? This is nothing, I'm not like shocked. Tap, 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 till her hindquarters moves over just like that. That was really good. Okay, same thing again. Look there, she didn't even need me to tap. Very good, so she learned really quickly that that's what she needs to do. Great job. And it's really simple, it's an easy movement for horses. It's an easy movement for them to figure out. It's very natural for them. Gets a little harder and harsher until she goes backwards. See there, she didn't go backwards. There, she went backwards. So being very careful there. So that's a very common thing. When they get fed up of just doing the right thing, they just kind of explode, and that's super common. That's not, I'm not surprised that she's doing that. I'll take her over here so you can see her a bit better. So they'll lunge forward when they get overwhelmed mentally. So I gotta watch that she doesn't get overwhelmed mentally. That she's still with me as far as learning stuff. Beautiful, right there. And this is where it's really gonna count. When she's gonna move around a little bit, will she still be soft? That was pretty good. Good. So this is where, when we're riding her, if she just decides to pull away, this is where it's gonna count. Will she be soft? And that side wasn't too bad. The thing is connecting all the dots and also getting her in situations where it's not just the natural thing to do. Like for example, if I throw this around here and I throw this over here, she should still give to that pressure and spin around like that. Yeah, that was good. So guys, we've just bridled her up. She didn't have any issues with that, which is great. That's, a lot of horses have issues with that. You can see she's chewing on the bit, which means she maybe hasn't had one in for ages, or horses that are kind of new to bits, they chew on them. What we're gonna do is we're gonna work with her to teach her a few exercises from the ground that will be helping her not be resistant to the bit in the saddle, okay? And then I'm gonna ride her after that, so that'll be fun. And I want her to try to resist like that. And I want to get as much of the rear out as I can on the ground without getting in the saddle. See there, she's resisting. And I got to teach her, nope, you got to give to that pressure. So it's much better with the bit than with the halter, because she's going to hopefully respond a bit better to it. It's a little bit more sensitive. So we're just working with her on what we just taught her, and I'm just pulling and releasing, keeping her going. And I'm going to just walk her over here, away from where she wants to go. Pull, release, pull, release. So she didn't get the release till she stopped pulling on me. Okay, good. Pull, release. The timing's really important on this. And this isn't an exercise that, that I knew I was going to do when I drove up here today. This isn't like a normal exercise to do. I don't mind if she walks or trots really. But this is just kind of my diagnosis is she needs to learn that when there's that pulling on her bridle, that she needs to give to it. So I'm just asking her to move her body around me, and see how she's already respecting my space just a little bit more. When I first started working with her, she was ready to run me over. Every time she pulls, she doesn't get anything out of that. That doesn't help her. When she moves her hindquarters away, she gets a tiny break while I swap reins here. And she's learning how to change sides. She's learning how to... We're basically probably in like grade 5 right now with her, if we're going to use that analogy a bit more. So she's out of she's out of the kindergarten and pre-K, and she's on to a few more advanced things. But we're not ready to graduate or go to college yet. So she's got a lot to learn till that point. But hopefully this right here, where we connect her hip to her bit, that's going to come in really handy when she's being in pain in a minute. Because when we get on her, she's going to be like, woo, let's go to the moon. Let's have a fun time and be silly. Because whenever you get on them, it just amplifies the problems. Entonces así tiene que ser, para que ella camina, ¿no? So I love this, guys, when the owners or the people that are going to ride the horse actually start to work with the horse, because this is what you want. You need them to, I can train a horse perfectly and get it really good, but if the owner doesn't maintain it, then it's useless, right? So this kind of thing is perfect. Getting the horse to do circles. She's never bent her body like this, probably, most likely. So now that she's bending around, she's getting used to the bit. I like to flap the stirrups and get the horse used to that. So see how she's like, what is going on? So I'll just keep her head tipped towards me. And this is going to be a great way to just see, okay, how resistant is she actually going to be? Now all she has to do is either stand still and relax, which would be great, or she can just go in a circle and chill with the sound. She doesn't have to run in circles and jump around and stuff, right? Okay, so you can't do enough of this with young horses, because and I've made a full video on how to do this with your horse. If you want to watch that, it's up in the corner there. But see how she's standing still now? She's licking and chewing. Perfect. I can probably ride her, but I wouldn't really, she's not ready to ride. It'd be better for me to take 2 weeks and get her really good. But, in the effort to get her much better quickly, I'm gonna get on her, see what she does, try to teach her a few exercises, and be really, I'm gonna let her have the benefit of the doubt. I've just seen her rear up while she's been ridden, but I'm not gonna assume that she's gonna do that with me, because we've just taught her a bunch of fun stuff, good things. So I'm gonna try to keep her head tipped towards me, and then I'm gonna get down. So I'm kind of tricking her. I'm not really getting on her. I'm just getting her used to everything, right? So here, I'm obviously a little bit too close to her hind legs there, but she wants to bite me in my butt, so I really gotta watch. I do not want her to bite me. So we can go right into hindquarters away, okay? And that's what we're gonna do every time she does that. I'm not gonna tolerate her rearing and bucking me off here. Okay, so if she wants to play silly and be naughty, the second I get up there, that's just not good. Now what we'll do is we'll just move her hindquarters around so that she does something with her legs, because she's just not doing anything. She's thinking she can be silly. Okay, so here, I'll get ready to get up. She's moving around. Okay, I get up here and get down. So that's perfect. Now I'll let her relax, let her think about it. So you notice she kind of tried to jump up a little bit, and I immediately moved her butt. She's obviously being impatient. Now when I get on her, let's just say I'm not fully committing. I'm treating this a little bit like, you know, the first ride with a colt, where I will bail before I sit there and let her rear over backwards. So since she's a problem horse, that's just, I have to keep that in mind, that I'd rather bail when she's gonna do something really bad. I'm not gonna sit there and just let her do something really bad, okay? So here, as soon as I get on, she's probably gonna move around a lot, different things. I'm gonna keep her head bent here. Okay, just see if she'll relax with her head bent here. Now I'm ready to bail. I don't even have my feet in the stirrups because so she's genuinely got issues. And what we'll do is we'll just take a step back. We won't even get up there yet. We'll just be here and try to get her to do it from here. Okay, she needs to flex to that bit. If she wants to resist, it's not going to be good. Okay, there we go. Good. So she's funny. She's a funny horse. She's got lots of little ticks because I'm not going to sit there and ride a horse that, you know, that's not listening at all to anything. And so she's funny because she's really good on the ground, and then you get on her and she's like, I'm not having it, I'm done. She's learned pretty well, because a lot of people have taught her that there's no, you know, if she's bad, then they'll stop asking her whatever they're asking. The thing is that there's a lot of things she could do that would be silly, and I don't want to break all the progress. So I'm just going to take this really slowly and try not to break any of the progress that we've gotten with her. So see there, I didn't let go, right? She thought I was on her already. I didn't let go. Don't you bite me. At all, and she just reared right up, right? So the thing is, she thought I was already on her. She thought I was fully committed. So I'm not going to let her get away with that. We're going to go right back to what we were doing. Okay, good. Here, pick up. She wants to resist. I'm not going to let go. Woo. All right, well, I will let go. I guess we will let her go. Unfortunately, the horse, she reared up, she ran away, the bridle fell right off. So we're gonna hopefully get her back, and I'm just hoping she didn't break my bridle, because that's a nice bridle. Problem horses, they've outsmarted enough people. By the time I show up, it's a massive problem. So obviously, we've tried everything. We've started really well. I tried to hold on to the saddle horn, but I can't hold the whole horse by the saddle horn. That's asking a lot even of me. So yeah, what can you do? I guess it's real horse training for you. Sometimes things happen that you can't predict. When I got on her though, and she was immediately being very silly, I was like, this is not happening, you know. Most horses won't be that crazy right away when you get on them after they've been so good on the ground and showing so many good signs. So I wasn't ready for her to be quite that bad. Okay guys, so what we're gonna do is, we know what her problem is. Once you get on, she just loses her mind, which is great. It's very safe. Not. Might actually just see if we can gently get her to actually give her head there. So all right guys, so you can see she's just being a bit of a pain. Woo! Almost ran me over there. Okay, what we're going to do with her, we're going to do some good old-fashioned what'd you call it? I know you guys are all on the edge of your seats. We're gonna do some long reining. So it's better to take a step back, guys, when the horse is going crazy. Let's take a step back and reteach it some stuff, or teach it some stuff that it never even learned, and we'll have a much better shot of helping it out. We want to help this mare. We don't want her to end up unrideable, more unrideable than she already is because of this stuff. We want to help her out. So we're going to teach her how to be steered from the ground, okay? This is very simple, but what's going to happen is she's going to feel it just like we're in the saddle, and she's going to try to resist. But that stirrup's going to bring her back and tell her no, and she's going to say, I don't want to listen. I'm going to say, I don't care. You have to go that way. So I'm riding her without riding her right now. She's going to listen to what I tell her to do, whether she likes it or not. So there, she tried to rear up. Rearing up is very hard for horses. It's very strenuous for them. So they'd rather not do it. I just have to show her she doesn't have to rear up. Now there I lost that rein, which isn't ideal. But I'll just pet her till a good go. She did well there. Okay, grab this rein. Steer her the way I want her to go. Oh, maybe we'll just swap her over here. Okay, so we're in the exact same position we were earlier, but we've got the proper tools and we're doing the proper thing. So I'm going to pick up there, steer that way, pick up this way, steer this way. All right, look, she wants to resist. Nope, you're going to go the way that I want you to go. And that right now is here. Okay, good. And then we'll see if we can get her to stop. She probably doesn't stop that well. Okay, so pulling back with both reins, she says, I'd rather just push you around. Good, let her relax there. Whoa, good girl, let her relax there. Not gonna eat, not gonna eat. Whoa, let her relax there. She needs to learn that she can, when she's calm and relaxed, everything goes away. But she's not allowed to eat. That's one rule that I will not let go of. So she just needs to be calm and relaxed and not eat. Okay, good girl. Okay, let's go again. So here we pick up and get her to do a circle this way now. Okay, she's a little bit resistant there. Okay, pick up here. Good, that was the side she has issues with. Great job. Whoa, get her to stop there. Get her to stop. There, beautiful. Let her relax. She goes forward, whoa. So I'd rather her have this rearing up fit that she just had while I'm not even on her. Much better for me. See how she's losing her patience? She's running out of brain power, really, is what it is. She's got a little baby brain that needs to expand to learn new things, and she's being a little bit of a baby still. But that's not her fault. She probably is a baby still. Good girl. Stand still, relax. All right, guys, so I'm about ready to get on her again. Not because it's a perfect time to get on her, but we want to make progress with her. We want her to learn things, and she's hopefully going to be a little bit better just now. Let's see. I want to see, you know, she's had a couple little breaks here. She's using the thinking side of her brain a lot more. And I feel like a lot of you guys would be very, you know, potentially against me using all these ropes. I'm not using ropes to hurt the horse. I'm using ropes to teach the horse something. So I think there's a big difference, and I think there are people that use the rope to hurt the horse, and I don't like that. What I want to do is just show the horse you can't jump high enough. You can't escape basically what's going to happen, right? So there, I'll just bail because she's being immediately silly, right? So she thinks when I get off, there's going to be no more work. I have to try to prove to her she'd rather me be in the saddle. she'd rather me be up there, because when I get down, I don't stop making her move her feet. All right, let's see if she wants to stand still and relax now, or if she's gonna be silly. Okay, I'm gonna get up here. If she would like to run in circles, that's not my problem. That's not my problem. See if she wants to be good, okay? Bend her head a little bit. Get up here. Okay? If she wants to pull back, that's not gonna be good for her, because I have all day. So, you know, she can pull back all day. Good girl. Very nice. What we gotta do is get past the place where the horse is comfortable, and we gotta find the problem and work towards a solution, okay? So, essentially, we didn't know what the problem was when we started. We found the problem. You know, she's a lot worse than I thought she'd be, because she's very smart. She knows the second that you get on, she knows she can do whatever, because you'll just bail. Like I've even bailed a couple times. But she's learning and she's figuring it out, okay? So she's figuring out when she stands still and relaxes and submits to me getting up here, okay, that it doesn't last that long and I'm off her again, okay? We want that to be in her mind for now, okay? We want her to think, oh, well, he might get on me, but he's not staying. Okay, so she needs to, when she gets in this situation right here, instead of rearing, she needs to just relax, give her face, and then I get off her, okay? So I'm teaching her that she can get me off a lot easier than rearing up. I'm giving her a new way to get me off. The new way to get me off is to be well behaved. Okay, so hopefully this is sinking in, and hopefully pretty soon we'll be riding her around, and that's all we want to do, okay? So I'm teaching her that I'll get off her if she's just good. Okay, so this is definitely going to take a lot longer than I thought it was, and it's maybe a bigger problem than I thought it was, but we're trying to teach the horse, if they'll just be good, we'll get off. So she's trying to be good. She's trying to be good. She's trying to be good. She's being bad. She's being bad. Okay. Will she be good? Will she be good? Great. I love it when you're good, because then I get off you. So it's definitely past the point where it's safe to ride her. So we're going to take our time with this. But she's done she's done well. She's calmed down a little bit. And I think that's enough for episode 1, guys. Thanks so much for watching. And hopefully you come back in the next episode where we'll be improving on it. We'll see what she does. Hopefully we can get on her and ride her properly and keep teaching her things that will make life easier for her. That's what we want. We don't want her to be crazy. We want her to be good. So we're trying to convince her that being good is easier than being crazy. If we can convince her that, we've done a good job. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.